Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Warships with Ingani Titan. We're on the Estuary map. This is World of Warships Legends, I suppose. We're on the Estuary map and I'm playing the Omaha, Tier 4 US cruiser. Now, I've been looking back over my games, and while I had said I thought that I'd been playing really, really badly, I'm probably not playing as badly as I thought I was. I'm actually, I'm doing my damage, my hit points worth of damage a reasonable amount of times. Which, in the absence of any other metric, is the one that I'm going to go with sort of for how effective I might be in any particular battle. But I am exposing the ship. I'm losing health points unnecessarily, and I am inclined to expose the ship to unnecessary early damage without maybe necessarily inflicting the same damage in return, and therefore making the ship very, very vulnerable to a sort of a bad, an unlucky strike, you know, where the enemy just get a good shot in when you're not expecting it later on in the game. I'm also seen to be fairly ineffective with torpedoes. Now we have an enemy Phoenix just charging into the middle of us here, and there's quite a lot of ships. He's receiving fire from a lot of ships, and because we mostly can't see his allies on the other side of the island, he's getting the attention from everyone. So there's like 3 or 4 ships all sending fire into the Phoenix. So he's not going to survive very long, is basically the end result of this. Now, I should not have fired these torpedoes. I'm a little too anxious sometimes to fire torpedoes. The turning caused me to actually sail into the path of the torpedo, whereas I think if I'd stayed the way I was, I might have a better chance of evading the torpedo by turning the other way. Now, my torpedoes were actually on direction, but it's just the Phoenix was receiving such a volume of fire that a torpedo strike was probably a waste of time. They just didn't get to him in time. The second set of torpedoes are also on target, but at least one of them has been intercepted by the friendly cruiser, who just gets taken out because he's turning broadside to 3 enemy ships. And there goes another enemy ship. A Danae still, I suppose, again, receipt of concentrated fire from, again, multiple sources. Focus fire. The Wyoming is taking a torpedo hit. Just the one. And which is a pity, because I think the one that was intercepted would probably also have hit. However, the Wyoming is now receiving the attention of torpedo strikes from a destroyer and is about to go under completely, I think, from flooding and whatever. Meanwhile, I've gotten stuck on the island and I'm going to start receiving fire from the Danae while the Wyoming is spotting me. Now that I'm no longer spotted, I have a reasonable chance of evading future fire, but I don't have a lot of hit points left. Battleship coming around the back of me, and well, the Danae is still on full. This Danae is still full on full health. However, again, he is more or less alone, or at least the only visible enemy ship. There's another battleship starting to hove into view, but initially there he was the only visible enemy ship, with 3 enemy ships to pay attention to him. Slight advantage on our side at this moment in time, and I've managed to get some shells on target there with the onset of fire. Positionally, on the other hand, I would say the advantage is with the enemy. We can effectively see the Danae here. There's 3 of us. Okay, the Furataka has just slipped into our range as well. He's just gone out of sight there for a moment, but I know where he is. But I think I'm the only one engaging the Furataka. The other 2 ships are probably still pursuing the Danae. I don't think the other enemy battleship to the south of the island is visible. But the other 2 ships over, the enemy ships in Alpha, are probably able to engage that battleship. There's 3 enemy ships actually probably able to engage the battleship and the destroyer, whereas the battleship off to the north might not be able to effectively engage because there's islands between him and the enemy fleet. Now, the Furataka could fire either way, but he's actually engaged with me because I'm the one lobbing shells into him actively at the moment, so he's got to pay attention to what I'm doing rather than what's going on in Alpha at this point in time. Now, he's giving me broadside. But I haven't actually been making the best use of it. I haven't been landing killer hits, and I think a lot of my shots seem to be falling a little bit short. So I have to watch where I aim, I think, a little bit more carefully there to make sure that the grouping of the shots actually wasn't bad, but they just were falling a little bit short, and I should have elevated my aim a small bit to make it more effective in this particular encounter. Now I'm on the other side of the island, and the Furataka is cut off from me, and there's no enemy ship in front of me. There's a Clemson off to one side. Now I keep going because I was kind of expecting the Furataka to keep going as well, and then I thought I might get a shot at the Clemson. Well, I do get a shot at the Clemson, but I won't get too much opportunity to engage the Clemson in an extended gun duel, and I think those shots just miss completely. At this point, I decide to turn around, or because at least I'm certainly thinking about turning around, and the question is, do I go around back between these two islands, or do I go back the way I came? And a lot depends on who's going where. That's the Danny that we were engaged with earlier on, and I don't know, where's the Furataka? Is that the Furataka? Yes, that's the Furataka. So the Furataka is heading around this side of the island, so the big thing that I don't want to happen is for me to be engaged in a ship on this side of the island and the Furataka come around behind me. He's out of any kind of torpedo range, just checking there, and it gives me a useful indication to the exact direction he's travelling in, because they extrapolate a line out from the enemy ship, and they extrapolate a line out from the centre of your torpedo spread, and it gives you kind of an idea of where it is the two ships might intercept each other, or the ships might intercept the torpedoes if everything was launched exactly as it is now, perfectly together. Furataka comes steaming around the headland, broadside on, and I get a decent hit there. Don't get a citadel though. And I'm showing him my bows, and I'm going to keep showing him my bows because I need to put as much armour between me and him as possible, because I don't have a lot of really hit points left. And he fires the torpedoes on a wide spread, so I'm able to slip between them handily enough. And now it's my turn. Now he's going to make it around the island if I go by the torpedo indicator. And maybe he will, but I said I'd launch them anyway in case he was trying anything like slowing down to back up and then backing back out to fire the guns broadside at me again. Fortunately for me, the Furataka gets stuck on the side of the island. He swung too close to the island and one of my torpedoes is going to hit. I have two fires burning on him. Now he has two fires burning on me, and I'm going to have to use my damage repair to get rid of them. I just don't have the hit points left to spare, but I don't know if the Furataka has what status play with his damage repair was. He is burning away anyway, and he may be flooding as well, although I did get one flooding indicator. And we've set him on fire again. Shattered explosions also set him on fire, and the burning is going to kill him. But there was always a chance that he would kill me, which is part of the reason I launched torpedoes. I got a citadel right at the very end there, when he was pretty much dead and had no hit points left. Now, the interesting thing about the current situation is there's 3 of us left. There's 4 enemy ships there. We've heavier throw weight, but they're ahead of us on points. They're ahead of us by a nice amount, over 100 points, and it's going to get steadily worse. They've taken Bravo, Alpha Bravo. They're in the process of taking Charlie. There's a Danae after sinking a battleship. There's just a battleship and me left, and the other battleship. We're isolated from each other. Danae has gotten away with it so far. I've been not very effective with my shots. He has a sliver of health left, but so do I, and I've only managed to land that, which was, I think, an over-penetration. He's coming around broadside, so I'm going to shoot the broadside because I've got a better chance of hitting him, but I'd switch to high explosives. If I can get another fire here, I should be able to finish him off, and that would make life a lot easier for the team. We've gotten another hit, but it's only knocked a sliver of health off of him. I'm sailing away because I've only got a sliver of health as well, and he's swinging around. He's giving me broadsides every now and again. Now we're heading at the range limits too, I'd say. Don't think those shots are going to hit. They're assuming that he was going to go in a straight line that direction, whereas he's actually turning away from me again. Turning west, I'd say, is it? And I've lost sight of him. So he's still out there because that was just incoming fire from the Dane. Don't know where the rest of his fleet is. Oh, there's the Clemson. Clemson has just joined the fray, and Clemson has very little hit points left as well, but he's closing fast. Now, the Clemson is obviously trying to get within torpedo range. But he doesn't have a very long torpedo range. So if I can sink him before he gets his tubes in the water, that would be really good. And the Dane, of course, can now see me, and I'm taking incoming fire from the Dane, so I kind of have to face both. This could get very tricky now. He's going to give me a broadside. Torpedoes are coming out any second now. Yes, I almost saw them being launched practically. He's not going to hit me. I can just get inside them and take the Dane out of the equation before he launches any further torpedoes, or before I get too many more incoming strikes from... Sorry, that was the Clemson rather than the Dane. We sunk the Clemson before we could get too many incoming strikes from the Dane. Now, the enemy are 686 points. We're at 331. If the two ships leave me alone, they're guaranteed to win. My only chance of winning is to sink enemy ships. Now, personally, I did not think I had a reasonably realistic chance of winning at this point in time. I'm detected again. There's an enemy ship incoming. Yes, the Dane. They're all coming from that direction. So the Dane has decided to come after me and finish the fight. And we managed to get Citadel hit. Now he had feck all hit points left, so the Citadel hit didn't really, matter. I think the hit alone would have done it. There's one enemy ship remaining. There's still 696 points. They're ahead of me by 400 points, over 400 points, 440 points or something, and they're gaining points at 3 times the rate that I am. Actually more, because I'm gaining no points at the moment. I still haven't capped Delta. So I've been here since the start of the game. Well, not quite, but close enough. I've been in the vicinity or in and out of Delta or capping Delta or assisting capping Delta since the beginning of the game. And I still haven't capped Delta. So, the enemy, all they have to do is to stay away from me. And they cannot possibly lose. And I cannot possibly catch them because they're a cruiser. Even if they're only a tier 3 cruiser, which is what is possible, because tier 3 game, tier 3 ships is possible, so I capture Delta. They're still gaining victory points, win points rather, 3 times faster than I am. My best bet is to sail straight up the middle of the archipelago, hope that I see somebody, because even flipping cap circles, now if it was the 20-minute game, I could probably play the cap circle game. I could at least chance it. And the enemy could play stay away. And if I flipped every cap, probably I still might not win, because the 400 point differential is quite a lot. But the temptation at least there would be for the enemies to go for a cap circle and win by sneaking in behind me when I thought I was sufficiently far away to start flipping cap circles back. However, the Phoenix decides to enter the fray. A tier 3 cruiser versus a tier 4 cruiser. We're both bows on, but he's the one stopped on the water and I'm moving. So, next shot out, let's say this one should do it, and boom. Yes, down she goes, and that's it. Game over. We won, because we destroyed all the enemy ships, despite the fact that they were 400 points ahead. So, defeat snatched from the jaws of victory by the enemy's players' actions. They could have just stayed away from me, and I could not probably have won that game. On the other hand, it's a 1 versus 3 victory for me. I was on my own against 3 enemy ships, which is pretty good going when you think about it, especially since I had close to about 10% of my original health. Well, that netted me a number 1 by experience, 4 kills, So never give up. Keep going. You never know your luck. The enemy might just throw the game away at you, but keep coming after you. And all you do is kill them. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it interesting. If you did, please give it a like and a share. Feel free to comment, and if you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.